Well, well, well. It looks like Dryden Mitchell, the charming and delightful singer of Alien Ant Farm, has found himself in a bit of hot water. According to reports, Mitchell has been charged with battery. This is apparently for an incident at a concert where he just could not resist the urge to touch a fan's hand to his own pecker without the fan's consent. The fan is likely a fan no more and was obviously not too thrilled to be such a part of a memorable performance like that. But I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to have their hand touched to somebody's genitals without their permission? It's not like the behavior is inappropriate or disrespectful or anything. No, I'm sure Mr. Mitchell probably just had a bit of a brain fart. So according to the police report, the incident occurred on October 29th during Alien Ant Farm show in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A male fan who was age 45 in the front row attempted to take a picture with Mitchell. And this was right while the band was performing Smooth Criminal. So the fan was holding up his fist, at which point Mitchell grabbed it and then went ahead and thrust it into his nether region. So, maybe if you have the burning urge to touch somebody's pecker, you may increase the probability of being able to do that just by whipping out your camera to take a photo with them while simultaneously holding up your hand. Now, probably, Dryden was just being generous. He knew deep within his mind that this audience member wanted a feel of his unit. After all, you're in the front row of a concert. Isn't the first thought that crosses your mind, damn, I want to touch that person's dick? So anyways, the video shows the fan pulling his hand away. So obviously that was not what the fan wanted. The dude now is probably scarred for life. And we also have to break it down into a bit more of a scientific look at it, which is that since the band was playing Smooth Criminal, which was their most popular hit, cover of the Michael Jackson tune, chances are this occurred late in the show. So if you imagine now what happens when he takes his hand and puts it towards his crotch when basically he's been lumbering around on that stage for probably the last hour and a half, you can only imagine what kind of sweaty schmegma that dude ran into. So going back to where it places in the show, it's a very high probability that nutsack sweat was very well prevalent and coming right through those jeans. It's a sad state of affairs, folks. So the police report was filed on November 15th, ultimately resulting in a first-degree misdemeanor in Florida, which would have been a 10-year prison sentence in California. And the report also mentions that the fan had waited a while to file the complaint because he just wasn't comfortable with the incident. I'm sure if it were me, I'd probably spend the rest of that evening having been curled up on the floor of the shower feeling so violated. And of course, the fan was looking out for other concert goers too, saying the kids could have been around or whatever the case is. But the moral of the story is, to singers out there, it is never appropriate to force your fans to touch your dick. The behavior is not acceptable and could definitely lead to serious consequences. So all in all, Dryden Mitchell is in more trouble than just on the legal side of things. Totally ruined his reputation, which at this point he really doesn't have one anyway. I guess now he kind of does. Alien Ant Farm was actually a pretty good band. Very diverse, musically diverse, very tight, great musicianship. But really in the last 10 years, people have largely forgotten about them. So they just kind of resurfaced in the news with him forcing a fan to grab his pecker. But it is definitely a way to get them out of obscurity. So maybe it has worked. I don't know. If you want to be able to sleep well at night, make sure you like and subscribe. You are now in the family.